Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Think we're going to have a good time today. Did you know that our eyes are always the same size from birth? They never change, but our noses and our ears never stop growing. Did you know that no word in the English language rhymes with month? Orange is a problem too if you are a poet. The word facetious includes all 5 vowels in their proper alphabetical order. F-A-C-E-T-I-O-U-S, facetious, if you want to learn or want a quick way to remember all of the 5 vowels. There's a fella named Walter Cavanaugh. He's known as Mr. Plastic Fantastic. He has almost $1,200 valid credit cards. Oh my. If NASA sent birds into space, they would die. Birds need gravity to swallow. Did you know that Einstein could not speak fluently when he was 9 years old? His parents really thought that Einstein was retarded. Did you know you're more likely to get stung by a bee on a windy day than in any other weather? And how can you tell a gorilla is angry? He sticks his tongue out. Oh my. If an orangutan belches at you, watch out. He's warning you to stay out of his territory. Did you know that dirty snow melts quicker than clean snow? I just learned you can only see a rainbow in the morning or the late afternoon. In 1984, a New Jersey man opened a summer camp, really did, for Cabbage Patch dolls. And in Los Angeles, there are fewer people than there are automobiles. There's something wrong with me probably, because I love to know things like this. So every once in a while they come in handy. And here's some laws of genealogy which would be funny if they weren't so very true. I've done genealogy since before I could even talk, I guess, because my grandma started telling me about family, and I've been interested ever since and started as soon as I could write. But in searching for your family, you'll find all of these things, and you'll find more. And I promise you, I have found every single one of them in my own genealogy. The public ceremony in which your distinguished ancestor participated and at which the platform collapsed under him turned out to be a public hanging. Oops. When at last, after much hard work, you have solved the family mystery that you've worked on for the last 5 or 10 years, your auntie says, "Oh, that! I could have told you that. Why didn't you ask me?" Oh, my. You search for a decade for your great-grandmother's maiden name, only to find it on a letter in a box in the attic that you've gone through at least a dozen times. You never ask your father about his family when he was alive because you just weren't interested in genealogy back then. Oops. You finally discover the location of the will you need, and it's in the safe aboard the Titanic. Copies of old newspapers with articles concerning your family have holes occurring only in surnames. This is really true. When I was working on the gay genealogy, G-A-Y, genealogy, I found a record of Simon Gay's participation in the military in the United States on a piece of paper about yo big. And it was just a little scrap of paper, and there was a big hole in the paper right next to the word gay, G-A-Y. If that hole had been over one little bit, we wouldn't have been able to prove that he had served as we thought he had. But that does happen. John, son of Thomas the immigrant, whom your relatives claim as the family progenitor, died on board ship at the age of 8. Oops. Your great-grandfather's newspaper obituary states that he died unmarried with no issue. Oops. By the way, don't ever trust obituaries because they're only as good as the person who gave the information for them. But another genealogist has just insulted the keeper of the vital records that you need desperately, and you just think you'll go away and come back another day. The relative who had all of the family photographs gave them to her daughter, who has no interest in genealogy and is not inclined to share. The only record you find for your great-grandfather is that his property was sold at a sheriff's sale for insolvency. Oops. The one document that would supply the missing link to your dead-end line has been lost due to fire, flood, war, something. The town clerk to whom you wrote for information sends you a long handwritten letter which is totally illegible. The spelling of your European ancestor's name bears no relationships to its current spelling or pronunciation. None of the photographs in your recently deceased grandmother's photo album have names written on them, except for a few given names which are illegible. And nobody in your whole family ever did anything noteworthy, never owned property, or was sued, or was named in a will. Welcome to my genealogy. Genealogy is fun, if not frustrating. But thank you so much. We'll be back again next time. Thanks. Bye.